¿Qué tal, mi familia? SimWolfHero here today. Just trying out a new introduction. So, this is a phase. I'm going through a phase right now. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to go ahead and show off a new build that I have today. Today, what you are seeing is called Little Havana. Essentially what this is a Spanish-inspired home. I kind of don't do these builds too often. Spanish style homes are kind of one of my favorites, right up there next to modern homes, as one of the types of houses that I really do love. I really love the style of it, all the open arches, all the light, all the openness about it. It's very cool. It's very kind of similar to the modern style like that, but with a couple of key differences. But yeah, I was kind of going through Pinterest and kind of thinking, oh well, I really want to make a house. I'm not sure what I want to do, and what I saw was this house that had like a Spanish Mediterranean kind of feel to it, and that it had like a front patio that was very open, and it had a back patio that was also very open, that had like almost like little huts, almost like little side homes attached to it in the garden area. It looks really cool. And there was another picture that was kind of a long hallway that had just windows and arches everywhere, and that kind of what inspired me to do this house. So the house that you see in front of you is, like I said, it's called Little Havana. The reason why I named it the way I did is because it has that Spanish style, but it's really a little bit more influenced by houses that you would see, or buildings that you would see in places like Cuba or Puerto Rico and stuff like that. But it does have that Spanish style with it. The brown colors, the whites, a lot of floral about it. It's really cool. It's honestly probably, it was difficult for me to get in the headspace of doing this because I don't do a lot of these kinds of homes, but I used to live in a home similar to this. As you guys may or may not know, I am Hispanic. My family is from Mexico, and my other half of my family is from Guatemala. So I have that kind of instilled in me. So the decoration in the house itself reminds me a lot of one of my old homes that I used to live at. It was really easy for me to get into the headspace of decorating it, because it was just kind of like what my house looked like when I was a kid. So pretty much what it is, it has a full kitchen, also has arches leading into the dining room. We have two bedrooms and 2 bathrooms as well. They're actually both ensuites, so there's that. And then we also have a little area for your living space, and then we also have a little bit of a room out to the front of the house that is going to be the study or the skill room, or whatever you'd like to call it, to be honest. Now, like I said, it was kind of, I was kind of going off of 1 or 2 pictures, but mostly all of this was kind of going by my mind. The layout of the house itself, I kind of did by a picture, but the actual decor items and the style, the feel was pretty much all me. So yeah, what I really liked about this house was the fact that once we get there, you'll see that one of the bedrooms is actually off to the side, and the only way you can actually get into that bedroom is by actually going through the garden, and in the garden out back there's a door that will lead you into that new bedroom where that ensuite bathroom is as well. So that was kind of like a way for me to disconnect the house a little bit, so everyone has kind of separate rooms. It's really nice. I really do love it. I'm not really sure at the end how much it came out costing at the beginning when I was building this. I kind of wanted to shoot for just a starter home feel, but I'm pretty sure this went over what starter homes cost, as you can see there at the bottom, with the money just flying out of my pocket. But I did it. I really like how it turned out. Like I said, I don't really do these kinds of builds all that often, but when I do, I'm actually kind of surprised by myself on how good they turn out. Not to pat myself on the back, of course, but I think it actually did turn out pretty good. So as you can see here, we're kind of doing the roofing. The roofing here, for the most part, is just the gabled roofs and then those slightly sloped roofs as well. We did this orange kind of pattern on the top, really more reminiscent of like a Spain kind of thing. For the most part, Spanish homes from the actual motherland have those kind of roof shingles made out of clay. Of course, those are really nice. Like I said, this house is really, it's very breezy, as you would say. Not the singer, but the feeling, the wind blowing through your hair in this house. But there's a lot of windows in here. There's a lot of light. So if you think that your Sims would have a problem with privacy, probably don't move them in here, because there's almost zero privacy. I did try to keep a couple of areas a little bit more closed off. That way there isn't as much as little privacy, I suppose. But in the end, what I went ahead and did for some of the rooms, not all of the rooms mine, but some of the rooms, I actually did put curtain rods in there. I don't tend to do curtain rods or curtains at all in my houses. It's just kind of one of those things. I don't know why, but a couple of those rooms do have curtains, so once we get there, you'll be able to find out. I also did these trestles where the garden areas are. So there's one out the very front of the home, and then there's one out the back. The front of the home, for the most part, has more, I want to say it has more floral in it, but honestly it's kind of equal in both the parts of the houses. This one has, I believe, a couple of flowers, a couple rocks. Also has a little fire pit out to the front there on the left, as you saw. The back, however, is mostly paved, but there's a couple of flowers that are growing, some ivy, but there's also some flowers off to the side near the windows right there where you saw me take some of those tiles off. A couple flowers around there. For the most part, when I think of the Spanish style homes, I think of kind of like communal areas. For the most part, that's kind of the inspiration with it. With these types of homes, it's always a family kind of thing. Even if it's a small family, there's always gathering areas for the family. That's how it is, and that's how it's always been, especially in my family. So the home that I used to live in was not a Spanish style home. It was more of a traditional home, but with kind of like a Spanish flair. We had stairs off to the side that lead off into the top of the house, but on the first level there was a wide kind of living room with a den off to the side that also had an archway. Dining room to the back of the house, also an archway, and the kitchen was the only thing that was kind of squared off because it was a kind of a smaller kitchen. But for the most part, that's what my house was like. So like I said, it was very easy for me to kind of decorate this house just because it reminds me of one of the old homes that I used to live in. So it's very nice. I do quite like it. So as you can see, me putting more windows in here as we get that going, and we'll start with doing some of the landscaping. Now, as I've said in many of my videos in the past, I am not good with landscaping. At least I don't think so. There's some people who have told me that, no, you're good, you know what you're doing. Thank you. I don't personally think so. I think that there's a lot more that I could learn from the whole landscaping thing. I think the reason for it is because I think that I'm not good at it, and that's kind of why I think I need to speed through it. That's why whenever you see in my videos when I do the landscaping portion, it's pretty short and pretty quick. I for the most part just end up tossing what I think looks good. For the most part, it does end up coming out well, but I think that I could use some more time. I might end up practicing. Practice makes perfect. I might practice a little bit more just to get that going as well. So, like I said, here you see me just doing a couple flowers. There will be, I believe there's a bird bath in here, the one that comes with the base game, and there's also, I believe, the bamboo wind chimes that come with the outdoor living pack, I believe. I'm not sure, I do not have the list in front of me. I always end up forgetting the names of the packs, but yes. Now, at the beginning, I wanted to put this home in the desert area of The Sims, Oasis Springs, I believe. I don't know. I always get the names confused, but I wanted to put it in there. But for whatever reason, I decided to put it on one of the main lots in the main world, and I did not move it because moving it would have just been a pain. So I didn't do it, but of course you guys can put it there. I believe, I can't remember the lot size of this. I'll have to look into it, and I'll kind of put some of those details at the bottom of the video. And as always, of course, now I should also let you know that this house is available for download. You can go ahead and download it on the gallery. You can search for it using the hashtag SimWolfHero, or of course you can use my origin ID, BOTEOJ21. All of that information will be in the description box down below. Again, house is called Little Havana. I just love it. I do. I really do. So here we are going into the interior. For the most part, the interior stays white. There are some jump cuts in here just because I had a little bit of a difficulty laying out everything, but the only differences in here is that I added a little room in the kitchen, which is kind of the size of a closet, and I also added a dividing wall, and I painted that blue. I believe that's the only actual colors in the house that just aren't white, so there's that. Also, I'm kind of sick, so if I cough, I'm very sorry. So here is the first room. I think this is more of the actual main room, the master, I guess you can call it. Bathroom is slightly larger, but the bedroom is kind of small. Like I said, it just kind of goes back to my idea in my head that my house was kind of small. Most of the bedrooms were small, but it still works out. I really loved how this room came out. This is the room where the only way to get into it would be by going through the main house, going outside to the garden area, and then going through the front door of that bedroom. So it's like I said, it's kind of like a little, almost kind of like a little hotel, almost, or a little hut that's attached to the house, but the only way you can get through it is through that door. I really like that concept. I want to use that more. It's really cool. So there's that. A couple of hanging lights, and of course after that we will get on to some of the other things. Quick side note while we're in here and you guys are watching. One thing that I would like to mention is, yes, I have been gone for a while, as you guys can see. Reason for that is there was life just happens. Life finds a way, and life finds a way to make you busy sometimes, and that's kind of what happened with me. From jobs to potential moving to all this other stuff, so that's why I haven't been around as much. My apologies. Hopefully I'll be able to get back into the groove of making more houses and playing more games. Speaking of other games, we will be starting to play other stuff, because I like playing other games that aren't The Sims. The Sims, for the most part, guys, is kind of one of those games that it has a legacy with it. So the game has been around for Oh gosh, how many years has The Sims been around now? I know that we just celebrated, at least I think we just celebrated an anniversary, but the Sims has been around for a while. But The Sims is a very creative game. It kind of depends on how you play it. A lot of people just play it for the actual game of it, you know, living through a little character that you make and going through day-to-day life until you die. Or if you're one of those people, which I used to be one of those people, put them in a pool and delete the thing to get out of the pool and just watch them die. I used to be that guy. So I've been there. I've been here for a very long time playing The Sims, so I know how it is. But my playstyle with The Sims has kind of changed over the years. Sims 1 was very, oh, I'm gonna make a house and I'm gonna skill them up and everything and all that. That used to be me. Sims 2 was kind of when I discovered my love for building. I didn't build as much in The Sims 2, and that's kind of why you guys don't see any Sims 2 builds on the channel. Maybe one day I'll go back to The Sims 2 and have a play around with that. I like The Sims 2 for its play aspect of it. I honestly, Sims 2 was up there as one of my favorite Sims games, just because the play aspect was really different from what it was in Sims 1. Even some of the console versions of Sims 2 were great. So there's that. Sims 3, I just went all out in building. I honestly fell in love with the building aspect of Sims 3. So there's that. Sims 4, I absolutely adore when it comes to the aspects of building, but with sometimes, and this is where a lot of people will say, yeah, we agree with you, the fact that EA and the Sims team has decided to take out a couple of things from the Sims 3 game to what is now the Sims 4, it kind of limits the things that I want to build creatively. Anyways, there was a good couple things that I made in the Sims 3, but the Sims 4 doesn't have the aspects of a lot of things that I want to do, such as doing freezes, which is basically just a small level. And then going on to a bigger level. Freezes were great. I love doing freezes. Love doing those types of homes. It made modern homes really easy to build. So yeah, we don't have any constrained floor elevation tools in the Sims 4, which I'm kind of sad about, but I'm not sure if we'll ever get that back. I hold out hope that we will, but I expect the worst. But also creative style, that was one of the best things to have in that game. I'm kind of sad that it didn't make it into the final version of the game. I'm still holding out hope that one day it will happen, but I kind of think that it won't at this point. But pretty much what it means is just that when it comes to The Sims 4, there's kind of things that I feel I can get creatively stifled by, just because I feel like there's not enough to build. In saying that right there, I feel like, oh my god, no, there's a lot you can build. No, oh no. But there really is a lot I can build, but sometimes, I think plenty of people could probably agree with me on this, that once you feel drained of your creativity, you kind of stop doing what you do. So sometimes that's what happens, and that's why I like playing other games. So here's some of the other games I'm playing right now. Game Dev Tycoon, that will be making a comeback soon. I'll need to start playing that again because I adore that game. It's a fun little game. Undertale, I've heard a lot about it. I really want to play that, so that will go up soon, hopefully. And we're going back into Fallout 4 because I love Fallout 4. My god, Fallout 4. Oh my god. Oh my god, Fallout 4. That's great. Sorry, my Kevin Hart impersonation is not the best. Zoo Tycoon. Oh my gosh, how could I forget? Zoo Tycoon. That will be making a comeback too, because Zoo Tycoon, why not? And that's the original Zoo Tycoon, the one that came out in like the late 90s, early 2000s. like the original one. So we'll play Zoo Tycoon because I want to get back into that game, because a lot of people seem to like that game, and I don't see a lot of people playing it. So we'll get into that. Some other games I'm looking forward to, probably not now, but maybe in the near future. Stonehearth, that's a good one. I have that on my wish list in Steam, so I'll eventually get that. I have Sim Airport that came out, I think, like, well, I think it's still in alpha, but it came out like a month and a half ago, I want to say. I've seen a lot of people play it, and I have it now, and I've been playing it, and I really enjoy it. So we'll get into that eventually. And Stardew Valley. There's, like I said, there's plenty of games that I want to play. Sometimes it's just a matter of recording it, and sometimes getting creatively stifled by yourself and not wanting to do it because you just don't feel creative enough to do it. But anyways, we will eventually get that started because those are games that I just really want to play, especially stuff like Stardew and stuff like Stonehearth, Zoo Tycoon, Undertale, Game Dev Tycoon, and all that other stuff. One more thing, if I can reach it because it's charging. I also did get a Nintendo Switch, and that's another reason that I haven't been uploading, because Zelda has taken my life away. Also, Binding of Isaac has taken my life away, and pretty much all the other stuff that they have. I love this thing. It's really nice. I have a carrying case for it, so whenever I go to work and stuff, on my breaks, I'll play that. It's fun. I use it more as a handheld than anything. The battery life on it is atrocious, so I purchased a battery pack for it. It kind of helps, but I usually just end up playing it at work or on the go or in my bed before I go to bed or something like that. So it's fun. I really like it. When I just want to play like a quick game, Binding of Isaac, I'll just turn it on and just play that. It's great. Hopefully I'll be able to get a couple more games for it. I believe as of the time of you guys watching this video, I may or may not have already purchased Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Here's the only downside with it, guys. I really want to show gameplay of it, but there's two problems. One is I'm not sure how my capture device will work with the Switch. I'm pretty sure that it should work fine, but delving into that kind of tech stuff I don't know much about, so I'll need to look up tips for it. But the second thing is I have to kind of watch out with what games I can and cannot play. As far as I know, I think I can play Binding of Isaac fine, and I might do a couple runs of that because Binding of Isaac can get addictive at times, so it's really fun. But anything that is actually directly Nintendo related, probably not, for the only fact that with Nintendo you have to have I believe you have to be in their creator program in order to upload anything. If not, they demonetize you. Not that demonetization would be a problem per se, but full disclosure, the videos that I make do make money. I don't make a ton of money just because you know, I'm a very small YouTuber. There's only like 400 of you guys who watch my videos, and I'm very thankful for it. But I still monetize my videos, just because every little bit helps, especially now with all the stuff that I'm going through with family and stuff. So every little bit helps, even if it's just 10 cents every month. So I mean, you guys know how the YouTube stuff works, so either way, that's that. So we'll see. Maybe in the future there will be some Switch stuff with some good games. We shall see. Anyways, that's kind of the small little update. Sorry for the rant. I just kind of wanted to throw that stuff out. As you guys can already see, we finished both of the bedrooms and both of the bathrooms already. We got most of the garden already done, and for the most part we got the dining room done as well. And off we go into the kitchen. The kitchen did have another color added, actually. I just thought about it just watching the video. I did not even remember that I added another wallpaper aspect to it. I added this kind of brick coloring to it, and I like how it looks. At first what I had in mind for this house was going to be kind of like a an Adobe style house, kind of like where it was really just brown on the outside. It was pretty much almost kind of like laying clay. I wanted to do that, but I really wanted just to do a Spanish style home, so that's kind of why I went ahead with this idea instead, and it turned out great. I really do love it. So the kitchen is a nice full kitchen, has the old world kind of stove there. I don't know. God, my throat. Told you, I'm sick. Anyways, I don't know why I went with the old world kind of stove, but it does kind of go with the look. I do like how it turned out there, so we kept it in. Also, we had a couple of cabinetry coming up like that and going across the wall, across the little chimney escape or something. I don't know what you call those things. Range hood, that's what it's called, a range hood. And put a range hood right above the kitchen stove, and added our basic necessities like washing. I was going to say washing machine because we can wash clothes in The Sims. We used to. The dishwasher. I believe we also added the espresso maker with the espresso grinder. I believe we added the popcorn machine and the ice cream machine, I think. And then for the most part, that's about it with the kitchen. And then just adding a couple more items in there as well, just adding a couple more plants to the dining table. I really love that dining room, actually. The dining room it's pretty much what my dining room was, with the only exception is that we had a cabinet in my dining room with like all the non-perishable foods. So we had like cereals, breads, oatmeals, canned food, chips, all that other good stuff was basically in there. So we had a cabinet in our room, probably the size of a bookshelf. It had like closed doors and everything. I think we bought it from like Shopko or something. Shopko is a store in the Midwest, so I think we bought it from there or something like that. But then we had this long table that seats 8 people. We had a rug underneath it, and then we also had a bar out to the front, which I think is actually really nice in this home, especially with that Spanish style, that you can go from the outside to the dining room to the kitchen to the living room to the bedrooms without really any hassle. There's really isn't any doors in this house except for the front door and then the doors that lead off into the bedrooms. There's actually, I believe there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total doors in this house. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's only 5 total doors in the house. There should be a lot more, but again, with the style of the home, it doesn't come to that. I also love the fact that the dining room just leads right off into that outside patio area. It looks really, really cool. I really like how that kind of turned out. It just gives the house just kind of a complete openness about it. It looks really good. Look at me like I know how I talk about architecture and stuff. Look at me like I know things. I don't know things. Do I know things? Let us find out. There's a reference. So, as you can see here, in this main entrance bit, we added the rug that came with the... Forget what pack it was. It was a pack with the vampires. That's all I know. We added that rug in there. We also added another rug out to the other side. Looks really nice. I really like how that rug looks. And then out to this little side bit here where the windows are, that's going to be where the entertainment is. So we just added a coffee table. We added a TV on top of it and just a couple of chairs off to the sides. At first I wanted to put the TV into the corner, but then I saw that kind of working that didn't really look too good. It looked kind of off, although it genuinely, it should have worked, but again, it just looked really weird for me. So instead I just went ahead and put them in a neutral side. Another thing, just because I think it's cool, I use a lot of the stuff that you'll see right now is going to be the mission style stuff. or the mega style stuff. So the windows are the mega style windows, the seats, the tables are the mission styles. And the reason why I chose those is because they actually do have the Spanish Hispanic kind of mix in there, and it worked really well. So it just looks really good. I love how everything turned out in this house. I really do. As you can see, we're in the study slash den slash skill building room slash whatever the heck you want to call it. We have just the mission table there, a couple guitars, a violin, basketball. We also have that globe that comes with another pack that I forget the name of. And of course, just a couple of bookshelves and stuff like that, just to kind of give the room a lived-in kind of feel. It looks really good. I really just love how I made the house. Another thing, the lighting in the house is actually a little different. The lighting I chose is actually purposefully gonna be kind of that yellow lighting. I know that a lot of the other homes that you'll ever see on my channel, for the most part, use white lighting, and that's just because it gives kind of a cool color and a bright color, and it doesn't desaturate any of the objects, makes them look yellow or anything. But in this case, I actually kind of like that look with the Spanish home, and you'll see what I mean when we get to some of the screenshots. It just looks really nice. I just really enjoy how this whole entire house looks. Bookshelf off to the other side of the hallway where the fish are. Just a long corridor that has books on there. It's really great. And that big old painting of Spain, because of course, why in the heck not? I think now the only other thing that we do is we kind of finish the outside with some vines that go all the way up. We add those dotted around some of the places, and just finish it out there. It kind of gives the house kind of this old look about it, like it's been there for a couple of, maybe a good couple of years. It gives that kind of overgrowth kind of feeling, which I try to maintain. It just looks really good. I actually even added some on there onto the roof, so it looks like it's growing up even more. I was gonna add some onto those little trellis bits, but I didn't end up doing it, and I actually am kind of happy that I didn't do it, because I think it would have been a little bit overkill. And actually, now thinking about it, looking at all the columns that I added are a bit overkill in the front there. But if you download the house off of the gallery, you of course can get rid of those extra columns if you'd like. Again, you can find this build along with all my other builds on the gallery using the hashtag SimWolfHero, or you can go ahead and search using my origin ID, BOTEOJ21. We're finishing off here in the front, just adding the wind chimes, the fire pit, a couple seats around the fire pit, and then just a little bit of a bird bath, and then adding the finishing touches of the lights, because of course you need lights around so you can see, because if not, you'll be walking around in the dark, you'll be hitting yourself on the head somewhere, and none of us want that, of course. Finishing up the lights, and we'll get into the screenshots very soon here. So anyways, guys, again, thank you so much for watching the video. I am back. I'm very happy to be back. I'll be making more of these in the near future. Here you can see the front bit of the house, and you can also go ahead and see as you come inside the nice fish tank hallway going into the nice kitchen. Very old world kind of kitchen. I really like the mix of the modern and the new, along with of course the dining room, followed shortly by the other side of the corridor there with the books, and the living room as well. Living room leads off into the study area, and then of course just a side view of that painting. I really like that painting. Anyways, guys, I'll leave you to the rest of the screenshots that'll include the bedrooms, the bathrooms, and kind of the overview of the house. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please leave a like, please leave a comment letting me know what you think I should build next, or what I should play next. Would really enjoy it. And yeah, thank you so much, really appreciate it, guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.